नमस्कार. जय श्री कृष्ण. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा. Enunciating text 24, text 25, text 26 and text 27 of chapter 12, creation of the Kumaras and others of third canto, the status quo of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 24. पुलहो नाभितो जज्ञे पुलस्त्यः कर्णयोर ऋषिः अंगिरा मुखतो अक्षणो अत्रिर मरीचिर मनसो अभवत्. Pulastya was generated from the ears, Angira from the mouth, Atri from the eyes, Marichir from the mind, and Pulaha from the navel of Brahma. Text 25. Dharmah stana dakshinato yatra narayanah swayam adharmah prushtato yasman mrityuro lokabhayankarah. Religion was manifested from the breast of Brahma, wherein is situated the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, and irreligion appeared from his back, where horrible death takes place for the living entity. That religion was manifested from the place where the personality of Godhead is personally situated is very significant, because religion means devotional service to the personality of Godhead as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita as well as the Bhagavatam. In Bhagavad Gita, the last instruction is to give up all other engagements in the name of religion and take shelter of the personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam also confirms that the highest perfection of religion is that which leads to the devotional service of the Lord, unmotivated and unhampered by material impediments. Religion in its perfect form is the devotional service of the Lord, and irreligion is just the opposite. The heart is the most important part of the body, whereas the back is the most neglected part. When one is attacked by an enemy, one is apt to endure attacks from the back and protect himself carefully from all attacks on the chest. All types of irreligion spring from the back of Brahma, whereas real religion, the devotional service of the Lord, is generated from the chest, the seat of Narayan. Anything which does not lead to the devotional service of the Lord is irreligion, and anything which leads to the devotional service of the Lord is called religion. Text 26. Rudi kamo bhruvah krodho lobhasha chadhara dachchadat asyada vakasindhavo medhran nirarutiha payora ghashrayah. Lust and desire became manifested from the heart of Brahma, anger from between his eyebrows, greed from between his lips, the power of speaking from his mouth, the ocean from his penis, and low and abominable activities from his anus, the source of all sins. A conditioned soul is under the influence of mental speculation. However great one may be in the estimation of mundane education and learning, he cannot be free from the influence of psychic activities. Therefore, it is very difficult to give up lust and the desire of low activities until one is in the line of devotional service to the Lord. When one is frustrated in lust and low desires, anger is generated from the mind and expressed from between the eyebrows. Ordinary men are therefore advised to concentrate the mind by focusing on the place between the eyebrows, whereas the devotees of the Lord are already practiced to praise the Supreme Personality of Godhead on the seat of their minds. The theory of becoming desireless is untenable because the mind cannot be made desireless. When it is recommended that one be desireless, it is understood that one should not desire things which are destructive to spiritual values. A devotee of the Lord always has the Lord in his heart, and thus he does not need to be desireless because all his desires are in relationship with the service of the Lord. The power of speaking is called Saraswati, or the goddess of learning, and the birthplace of the goddess of learning is the mouth of Brahma. Even if a man is endowed with the favor of the goddess of learning, it is quite possible for his heart to be full of lust and material desires, and his eyebrows to display symptoms of anger. One may be very learned in the mundane estimation, but that does not mean that he is free from the all low activities of lust and anger. Good qualifications can be expected only from a pure devotee who is always engaged in the thought of the Lord or in samadhi with faith. Text 27. Chaya yah kardamo jadne devahutyah patih prabhuh manaso dehatasha chedam jadne vishvakrito jagat. Sage Kardam, husband of the great Devhuti, was born from the shadow of Brahma. Thus all became manifested from either the body or the mind of Brahma. Although one of the three modes of material nature is always prominent. They are ever represented unalloyed by one another. Even in the most prominent existence of the two lower qualities, the modes of passion and ignorance, there is sometimes a tinge of the mode of goodness. Therefore, all the sons generated from the body or the mind of Brahma were in the modes of passion and ignorance, but some of them, like Kardam, were born in the mode of goodness. Narad was born in the transcendental state of Brahma. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.